Thompson and the Warriors hosted the Lakers in Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals last night. Take it to early second quarter. Lakers up 35-33. Look at that steal by Steph Curry. He's going to take it up the court, find Klay Thompson, who drains the three. That put the Warriors up by 1. Curry had 12 assists in this game, most he's ever had in a playoff game under Steve Kerr. Later in the quarter, Lakers down 40-37. Shot clock winding down. LeBron, what the heck? Why not? 21 in the first half for LeBron, but only 23 for the game. Under 4 minutes to go in the half, Warriors lead by 4. Thompson from Green buries the three over Anthony Davis. Later in the half, Warriors up by 10. Thompson in transition, another three. Curry loving it. Warriors outscore Lakers 41-23 in the second. Under 3 minutes to go in third, Warriors up by 20. Another three from Thompson. He hit 8 of them in the game. He had 30 points.
Hey, it's a party,
Warriors
guys.
win by 27. Curry's dancing. That kind of night. Lakers fell flat, and Anthony Davis was a big reason why, as you can see by this.
Is that EKG?
EKG, exactly, on your screen. Every time AD scores 20 points or more in the game, he follows it up with a performance in the teens. He had 30 in Game 1, and true to form, followed it up yesterday with 11, which actually isn't even in the teens. That's two below.
Double digits. So.
Here's AD on Game 2.
I took all the same shots I took in Game 1. Just missed them. Elbow jumpers, pocket passes to the floater, same exact looks. Didn't shoot no shot that I didn't shoot in Game 1. Just missed them. That's all.
Jay Will joins us now. Jay, that was quite a breakdown from AD, right?
Watching LeBron's face
same
while
shots.
AD says stuff like that. Just watching him process it.
I like the outfits.
Like I could break it down like that, right? He made the shots in Game 1. He missed them in Game 2. What did you see that was the difference?
He took 8 less shots in the game. He took 19 shots in Game 1. He took 11 shots in Game 2. It's hard for me to recall a superstar in this game that has such extremes. Like, there are times when I watch AD, I'm like, your ceiling is on the level of Jokic or Embiid, maybe better. But your floor is JaVale McGee, and I've never seen a superstar have that range, that gap, that volatility in that gap. I just don't understand that. So for me, I get that last night was a different game, but it's the lack of him being consistently aggressive, which is something that makes me worry about Anthony Davis. Now, I think they're still going to be fine in Game 3. It's the overall mindset that you worry about. Who are you going to get each and every night? Because look at Game 4, Game 5, Game 6 of the Memphis series. It's literally like an EKG. Yeah. It's like a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why Anthony Davis played the best basketball of his career in the bubble, because everything stayed the same. It was unusual for that situation to happen, both him staying up here and for that nothing to change. The venue didn't change. He didn't get on a plane, didn't get on anything, and that's why he was so valuable. So we saw it go down. Now we know, Game 3, it's going back up. And the thing about it is, does it drive the Lakers crazy? Of course it drives the Lakers crazy. But they need him
badly.
So they must deal with this type of inconsistency. And I really do wonder, I don't want to guess what LeBron's mindset is, but I really do wonder if we got to halftime last night and LeBron took a look at the lay of the land and goes, all right, let's get ready for Game 3. Because I felt like he did that in the Memphis series when he fell at times, only played 28 minutes in this game. I don't think the Lakers are in bad position at all. I think they have a mountain to climb because the Warriors are great. I don't think there should be serious concern.
Are we? Yeah, sorry, Mike.
There's no doubt that this is going to be a competitive series throughout. The one thing that I will say as I look at this series, and tell me if you buy what I'm selling here, Jay, if this thing goes 7, that's a problem for the Lakers. Like, if Anthony Davis is going to find his rhythm, it needs to be 2-2 or 1-2. You know, it can't be up and down. I don't think that they have 7 games to get this done, because you go back to Golden State versus the Warriors squad that has been there, done that. Steph Curry shooting the ball, shooting lights out, or even just being signature Steph Curry. Like, you're going to have to find a way to break this pattern that we all acknowledge exists if you're going to get this done, in my mind.
I was surprised that Darvin Ham didn't change up the scheme a little bit, because they were blitzing every ball screen, and you had your best wing defender and paint defender extended, trying to blitz Steph Curry, which, in first game 1, they did a lot of coverage over the top. They were chasing over the top and funneling with Vanderbilt, Steph Curry, into those trees down low.
Hard to do it when Steph's on the ball.
Yeah,
that was the adjustment. And I honestly think Game 4. Game 4.
It's a game.
Whoever wins Game 4.
Why 4 and not 3, Wendy?
Because I'm giving the Lakers 3.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm giving the Lakers 3. If they take, just like the Memphis series, they take a 3-1 lead, they got it. If it goes 2-2 with the Warriors getting home court back, I think they're going to have the advantage. Monday night, to me, is what I got circled. I'm not even going to really worry that much about Game 3.
Right. Now, Game 3 is tomorrow night on ABC, and we really would appreciate it if you would watch it, no matter what. It's actually an important game. It could matter. The series is tied 1-1. Whoever wins Game 3 wins what? What did we say earlier? 79% of the time? So we talk about if AD can stay hot. What if Klay Thompson can stay hot? Is that it? Is it ball game for the Lakers?
I mean, look, the way he was catching and shooting last night, I think one of the most beautiful things about Klay is that he's been able to create so many more shots off the dribble this year, in a contract year, right? So I think him getting going early really set the table because they were blitzing Steph. Actually, for Klay having the 30-point game, Steph had the best game. He was the best player on the court because his playmaking ability reminded me of 2015. It's like Andre Iguodala got Finals MVP, but he never gets that because Cleveland couldn't guard Steph Curry straight up with Matthew Dellavedova. They had to trap him, and when he becomes a playmaker, that's all of a sudden when the pace of the game changes, and that's when Golden State's at their best.
Or are we spending too much time on AD's and not enough on Golden State and how they defended him, what they did differently last night?
I mean,
they changed their starting lineup.
Sure, they did change their starting lineup. I thought JaMychal Green played terrific. He was able to knock down threes that it looked like at times the Lakers were daring him to take. I think AD is a large part of this series. He's certainly, in my mind, the player that can swing it. Draymond Green, I mean, he's an all-defensive player for a reason, right? Like, so he has the capability of making a night difficult for anybody that he's guarding. The Warriors shot lights out, and they were very quintessential Warriors basketball. I think the wrinkle is that Steph was the playmaker, so to speak, the truest point guard for him. But they shoot threes. They got a versatile defender in Draymond Green. I'm not really surprised that the Warriors bounced back and hold
AD
serve.
was trying to throw water on that in his fishing cap. He was saying, I got the same shots I got in Game 1. I just didn't make them.
But we talked with C.J. McCollum earlier about the way the Warriors pushed the pace in this one. You think that's going to be a problem for the Lakers?
I mean, to me, that was my big takeaway from Game 1 is that they can't play this way the whole series. And by the way, they didn't. They didn't play that speed. And I think Steve telegraphed what he was going to do. He said, oh, this is how you're going to play? Okay, we're going to play slower and even faster. Smaller and even faster. And it worked in Game 2. We'll see in Game 3.
The wrinkle then to me becomes, how do you slow the game down? Can you slow the game down if you're the Lakers? And that, I don't know.
Well, Darvin Ham played right into it. I mean, I don't know if you
Yesterday
guys,
he did.
The first quarter, after made baskets, D'Lo was pushing the ball down the court. There were times where you were waiting for Anthony Davis to come into the television screen because the ball was already down the court. So if you want to match that style and tempo, that plays into how Golden State wants you to play.
So, I mean, what do they need to do differently?
Get back to what they did Game 1.
Yeah.
Dominate the paint.
Yeah, but if Steph doesn't come off the ball, how do they fix it?
I mean, for me, I'm going back to drop coverage.
All right.
I just think I think that even if it's top of the key, force him one way. So when Steph comes over half court, you can't play him parallel to the half court line. You have to shade him one way. And when you force him one way, you stay on that high side. Because when Vanderbilt tries to flatten out and Steph's able to start dancing with the ball east to west, he has you. If you force him one way, you inevitably have an advantage. And AD needs to make reads.
Look, we charted AD's production in the playoffs. Yes. We can do the same thing with Klay. It goes like this with Klay. So he was up here in Game 2. It could be down here again. And I'm telling you, the Lakers' defense would look completely differently if Klay doesn't go 8 of 11 and instead he goes 4 of
19 like he did in Game 1, yeah.
Have you seen anything in this series so far that changes your opinion of how it's going to go, who's going to win it?
No, I think I had the Warriors coming out, not by a wide margin, but I just think as we watch this thing and the rhythm that you're going to get in the cadence of this series, even though there's a ton of youth surrounding LeBron, in terms of the wrinkles in their system, their overall stamina, it seems like it favors the Warriors as this thing gets into the fourth quarter so far. But I could be very wrong. LeBron could pull off something heroic and bring the Lakers through this thing. But I just think systematically, whichever word you want, the Warriors system is well established, and they've got guys that they can plug and play and make little wrinkles that can cause the Lakers some problems.
Yeah, I'm going to take Golden State, too. I just think the cumulative effect, like a game every other day at this pace, I think we're going to start to see a little bit of that age and those legs from Anthony Davis a little bit, because I think he's going to be the one critical aspect because he needs to be the Lakers' best player.
If the Warriors come back home 2-2, I like their chances. Condition green.
Right.
It's 3-1, condition red.
Ooh, 3-1.
I really think Game 3 is going to be great, and that people should tune in.
Well, it's going to be great, but I also think Game 4 is going to matter.
We did want to look one more time at, you mentioned the fishing hat. I think we want to take one more look at how these guys showed up in this.
Is that the correct thing to say, a fishing hat?
It's a bucket hat.
Bucket hat, yeah. bucket hat?
I don't know.
A little Prada bucket hat. I see you fellas. A little bling around LeBron neck.
What's
you know
the
what I'm saying? Got the
suggested
Uncle
retail
Shay Shay.
value of the Prada?
Oh, yeah.